Did you hit the button?
I did.
Okay.
Okay, so it says we're live, and
Hey.
I'm just waiting to see if we show up where we're supposed to, because it's been an issue. Yeah. Yay, we're live. It's actually working. I can't believe it. First go around. This is flipping amazing. So I also have the chat window up, guys, so I can see you guys over there. I see you 042 Decoy and Adam and DeBillis. Kyle Bogan's in there, or Bogdan. I know I already seen someone from Australia. Tamer Cohen's in there. David Ross. Hey guys, hey everybody. So happy you guys come out and hang with us. So I guess we're going to talk a little bit, and then the idea is we're going to do a screen share, and we're going to play the trailer and watch it with you guys, and then we're going to kind of talk about it, and and then we'll take your comments in the chat and see what you guys have to say and what you guys think. But where's everybody coming from today? I was thinking because it's early, it's a little bit early in the U.S. Maybe we're getting some people from overseas. Hey, Jeremy Forshee, Eric Desmont. So I know there's a little bit of a delay too. Okay, we got Maine in the house. Pumps for Beyond. My favorite nerds. Sweden, yes, Sweden. North Carolina, Ohio, Indiana, Israel. Oh my God, it's so fast. California, Arkansas, Ohio, Louisiana, Poland, Australia. Nice. We're huge in Australia. We got to go there. Belgium here. Score. Got Denmark in the house. England. Wow, we've got as many people from Canada. We got as many people from other countries as we do from the States here, I think. And I thought Tennessee, Florida, Canada again. And I thought that might happen just because of the time, which is cool. Oh, nice. Switzerland, Cleveland. We got Cleveland right between smack dab in the middle of Canada and Switzerland. Utah in the house. I love this part. I actually love when we do the roll call where everybody's from. It's so cool that we can Minneapolis. It's so cool that we can just reach out. Pennsylvania, you're right around the corner from us. We can reach out to the far corners of the world and bring you guys into our homes and hang out with us. Today we're all beaming in remotely. Nate's got to do his Mr. Mom thing, and Ted's working from home, and I'm chilling here at my house. Nerdarchy Ryan's actually working today. Sucker.
Yeah, because we know house people don't work.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds so awful when you say it that way.
I've got an assistant.
Oh no. So another Maine, we got Alaska in the house.
Sweet.
Hey Scott, what's going on, brother? Hey Daniel. Sentient Gaming, Carmen Lilly, Dakota Robertson. Your beards are looking fantastic. Thanks. Mine is freshly oiled for you guys, so I wanted to get it up to snuff. Do we know how much it's going to cost? That's a good question. Beards Unite, Sweden. How many Swedens do we have in here, man? I think I've seen it like 3 times now. That's really cool.
Same guy sounding off over and over again.
It could be. It could be. It's always a possibility. So it looks like we got we have a decent amount of people in here. So what I'm thinking is, we're going to go to a screen share now, and we're going to let the sucker play. Loving the music.
This summer. Go beyond.
So fast.
So the thing about this that I saw is there's clearly stuff that has me question, because there's so much that's going up on the screen. It's like, all right, is this something that is just players, or is this monsters as well? Because during the one thing I saw a strength score of 27. I'm like, well, that can't be a PC unless it's totally dedicated because of a magic item.
Okay, so Ted, yeah, it's got the monsters there. It's
Okay.
also there was something with like a ridiculous level of hit points that I don't think could have been a player. Right?
Well, dynamic character builder,
Yep.
interactive character sheet. It's also rules compendium, game compendium. So all right, here's what I'm saying we got here. And I know there's been some discussion, some chat earlier going on, or some discussion going on in the chat earlier. And to me, this is just says D&D Insider from 4th edition. It's like the same thing, but 5th edition rules. And I've been kind of waiting for this and looking forward to it. And I've been anticipating something like this for a little while now, because it was I guess it has been almost probably over a year now that they brought on Chris Cox, who used to work for Microsoft, as the CEO of Wizards of the Coast, into Hasbro. That to me just screamed they're planning on moving forward into the digital realm. And they tried before. There was Codename, what was it, Morningstar, with the digital tools that they were going to try before through Trapdoor Technologies, and that completely fell through. So, my line of thinking is, well, maybe they brought this guy on to kind of, make sure that they can get online with these digital products and make it work. My guess, it's going to be subscription based. I would say it's going to be between $9.99 and $19.99 a month, and you're going to get a character builder, an encounter builder, and a rules compendium. That's just my guess.
I'd go with that. I mean, because we see that they've got the dragon there as one of the monsters. It showed you, a very famous character from Forgotten Realms who will remain nameless.
Yeah, Dave and I were talking about this off air, but it actually lends me to believe, like, all right, so there'll be some ready-made NPCs that you'll be able to use. And perhaps in those NPCs, I mean, clearly we saw the magic swords that guy wields. So are we getting access to new magic items? Are we getting access to things that aren't available in other books?
Who cares about all of that? What we're getting at, if they stat it Dritz to Erden, we get to fucking kill that guy. If you stat it, we kill it. It's the way it works.
It's true.
No, I would greatly welcome like the encounter builder. I loved that from 4th edition. It made things so much easier. It made it so much easier than doing it from scratch. Someone was like, $20 this would be so damn expensive. I don't know. Like, I would pay $20 a month for that. But that's me. Everyone has a different comfort level, what they're willing to pay for different things. And also, what do they put in it? If it constantly updates with all of the products too, and you digitally have them at your fingertips, I think that's really cool. In some ways, sometimes it means you don't really even need to buy the books.
Well, looking at what it says on like the preview page for Beyond, it says that it's got the ability to accept homebrew information. Although it says that, like, use official WOTC products, I wonder if it's going to be updatable via UA. So if the Unearthed Arcana goes into it as well, I think that'll be that much better. Maybe it'll interact with, hey, here's the here's the section to go to feedback on the different things that you've play tested. I think that would make the thing that much more worthwhile, because it'll integrate everything.
So, all right. So Eric Desmond says Fantasy Grounds does all this better. I seen someone else too say they're concerned that it's using the Curse client, which I looked at it. I mean, it's a company that's been around a long time, but I don't really use it, so I can't speak. I can't speak to how well how well they do, what kind of job they do. But they've been around for a while.
Wolfriginator 1369. Thanks for patronizing us, even though you're cheap. You say.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily going to speculate on what I would pay per month and wouldn't pay, but I mean, they're going to figure out a price point that's acceptable to most people who are going to use it. And
I imagine that Wizards is aware of what the market can and cannot handle. They're more aware of the gamers' budget and spending patterns, and they're looking out for it in a way, because they're not spamming like they did with the earlier editions with here's a book, here's a book, here's a book, here's a book. So perhaps this is part of their financial plan of, okay, well, all right, you don't want to buy every book, but what if you did this and you got access to all the little bobs and weaves and bells and whistles that are in the books, but you don't want them because it's more of a campaign arc than a player's guide.
So, staff writer Doug, Beyond isn't a Virgil tabletop? No, I don't believe so. I thought it was more of a database information management thing. I agree. I believe that's what it totally is going to be. We could both be totally wrong, because he said that could be totally wrong. But that's my impression of it. What I'm really seeing is the digital. I don't even remember the name of it from 4th edition, but I think it was. I forget the name of it, but I know I used it. I had a subscription. I think it was like $10 a month, and it gave you access to all the tools, and almost like a Dungeon and Dragon magazine as well. That put them all digital. Kyle would love a digital table. I don't think they're going to do the digital tabletop. If anything, I would think they'd make this somehow integrate with Fantasy Grounds and Roll20 somehow. But because I believe they've licensed to both of them already. It would seem silly to then turn around, and not only silly, but also a dick move to turn around and then put out their own thing that competes with them after they'd already sold them the licenses.
That does make a lot of sense, Dave.
Legion Hawk, I feel like it'd be more productive and easier to make it a one-time purchase. My friend, I don't think you understand the business climate of today, and that is not very likely to happen. They're going to want an evergreen product that they can keep generating income, and that is one of the struggles of tabletop role-playing games, is they have to find ways to keep generating income. And as we've seen with 5th edition, they're also concerned with saturating the market with their products. You know what? I jumped over on Reddit a little bit, but I was having trouble finding anything concise, because I just did like a generic search, and I wasn't like in any specific threads. But if you have something to share from over there, that'd be great. Also, people did say it looked like it's going to have app feature. I can only imagine in this day and age, if you're going to do something digital, it's going to have app features anyway. That only makes sense. Other people agreeing it's going to be a reference tool, which, like I said, I actually like that. I like the idea of being able to easily build encounters and put them together. I think somebody else said Fantasy Grounds pretty much does that. I haven't really been able to go in there and check that out. I don't know if you're going to have to buy the products or not. I don't really think you are. My guess, okay, so someone's got a link here. My guess is that it's going to be subscription based, and as long as you have a subscription, you're going to be able to access the stuff on the web. It probably will not be downloadable, judging by how Wizards of the Coast has done things previously.
To speak more to the compendium and accessibility, it does say, create, browse, and use homebrew content, manage characters. It's going to have D&D news, articles, forums, and more, and access anywhere, anytime, on any device. So the fact that it says anytime, anywhere, that leads me to believe that it's not going to be Wi-Fi dependent, and obviously you'll need Wi-Fi to handle any kind of updates and whatnot. But I think that
So okay, so right here, I'm gonna get a little close to the screen, guys. Sorry, bear with my face. Adam here, product lead for DDB at Curse. At launch, players will be able to access SRD content and build and view a small number of characters with a free D&D Beyond account. So we get to try it out. We don't have an exact pricing nailed down, but you will also be able to buy official digital D&D content for all 5th edition products with flexible purchase options. You can pay only for the D&D content you need. If you only play fighters, for example, you'll be able to pick up the stuff, a la carte, you need to track swinging the giant two-handed sword. A small monthly subscription will be needed to manage more than a handful of characters and to enable more advanced features like homebrew content integration. At this point, we don't know exactly how much the subscription will cost, but please continue to check dndbeyond.com for the most up-to-date announcements and information. So from that, we can extract there's going to be several different pricing models in effect. And from that, it leads me to believe that I really do just want to pay for a subscription more than likely and not get nickel and dimed for each character class.
right.
I think they're going to put options in there to convince you that a subscription is the best way to go.
Well, a lot of times a subscription is the best way to go.
Well, yeah, it's the model. I wanted to find who actually. Oh, here we go. David Ross, thank you very much for sharing the Reddit link. Appreciate it, buddy. It's like the gym membership model. They were like innovators in business, really, when they came out with direct drafts, and so many other companies have followed since. It works, and it's worth it to get the price point lower, because they know if they can get the price point right and you get a subscription to that, you'll just keep paying forever. A lot of times people even forget they're paying for stuff. Where Fraginator 1369, who works out. I've been known to do it occasionally. I've been slacking lately, though. I've paid Curse for a long time. I gladly transferred $10 over to their D&D stuff, and that which Rich Fraser. So apparently he's happy with their stuff. So far we've seen people in the comments that are happy with Curse, and other people that seemed a little dismayed about Curse. I've also seen on Facebook other people complain about Curse too. I don't actually know what the specific beef is though with Curse. Now, like I said, it's a company. It's been around 11 years, so they must be doing something right to stay in business. And crickets.
Sorry, I'm reading Reddit.
Sorry, I've honestly never heard of Curse. I do a handful of different things with apps, but nothing that I've done has ever been D&D related.
From what I saw, they're connected with WoW.
Okay.
I've used Curse since Vanilla WoW. Never had a problem with them. That's Eric Mathis. I think I think it's like a team chat. Can you guys confirm that in the chat? Is it like a team speak type thing? That's kind of the impression I got from the software. So a lot of people can use it while they play other games. Jeremy Forshee, I've used Curse for WoW and had no problems with them.
Now, everything aside, when it comes down to it, when I saw that you could have spells and organize them the way you want, like what you had available, I was like, all right, sold. That's all. If it did nothing else good, that's all I wanted for. Organization of spells and being able to just click on them and look at it and read what it does, rather than flip through a book all the time.
Okay, so a couple people have spoken up. So basically, it's a chat and an MMO add-on manager. Cool. And I also agree with Nate too. And it also makes building characters so much easier too. I mean, not that it's that hard in 5th edition to begin with, but I sure do like just clicking my mouse around.
A character manager and builder, I think, would certainly be something that fifth edition would benefit from, and I don't mind paying a little bit to have it all done there for me. If you say, okay, well, I'm a 10th level cleric and I level up, and it auto populates the new features and says, hey, you need to pick a new spell, or you need to pick this other ability here, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we kind of got spoiled when we started using Hero Lab for Mutants and Mastermind, and and it also makes building a character a lot more fun. Maybe I'm just lazy and I don't like to write anymore, and I'd rather just click things.
There is definitely that added aspect, but I have horrendous handwriting, so I like to be able to say, okay, if I click that thing and it populates, all right, you got this ability, this is what it does in a brief synopsis, and that's printed on my character sheet. I don't have to go digging through the rules to figure out what I can do. Oh, well, what does this mean? All right, I've got it on my sheet. It tells me.
Oh, yeah, that is so nice. Yo, Joe Schultz talking about Philly Unplugged. Hey, guys in the chat, type yes if you want me to throw the other two guys under the bus right here on the live chat. Let me know, because I got a question I want to ask those guys, and should I ask it in front of all of you as a question or not first? You guys, just type yes if you want me to. Just say throw Nate under the bus, throw Ted under the bus. We got a yes. Come on, I need some more yeses. Yes.
Boo! I don't even know what it's about, but boo!
Here they come. Yeah, there we go. So Joe Schultz had asked if it would be ready for PAX Unplugged Philly. I'm throwing it out there. Is Nerdarchy going to PAX Unplugged? It's in Philadelphia. God damn it!
When is it?
I think like November.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's Philly is only right across the bridge.
Ted can practically walk there.
I only go to Philly to go on an airplane.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure
we'll be there.
Nerdarchy is going to be at PAX Unplugged Philly. I believe it's in November. We're going to have to take a look and get all the details together, but hopefully we can get there and get there as media. That would be great. Even better if we could get in there and do a panel or something. That would be fun.
Well, I bet if people requested us,
11-17.
There's a higher chance that we could get in as a media people.
What do you guys think in the chat? Would you like to see us do a panel at a con like PAX Unplugged? Would you sit in on that? I think what they're saying is from the comfort of our homes, maybe. they're like there's gonna actually be famous people there. Sorry, Nerdarchy. We got some. Yeah, I would, of course. Hell yeah, absolutely. Yes, panel. Well, all you guys that are typing yes, why don't you reach out to PAX Unplugged to say, hey, there's these local guys Nerdarchy to you, and we think it would be amazing if they did a panel. We don't even care about what it's about. They can speak about guacamole.
Dungeons and doilies.
I think Nate would be able to do a better talk on guacamole than I would.
Yeah.
We'll even drag Scott out, and you guys can hate on him in person. we may even supply rotten fruit to the crowd. I don't know, for a fee.
Always for a fee.
For our patrons, we'll give you some free rotten fruit to throw at Scott.
One rottenest tomato each for our patrons.
Yeah. But no, that would be cool. We have like no excuse not to go to that one. It's like so free and close, and we have plenty of time to plan it out.
I don't know. Geek Fest is closer.
Yeah, come on, man. That ain't no PAX. They don't got no acquisition inks.
That's true.
Although I don't know if they'll be appearing at Unplugged. I would hope so. So yeah, unfortunately, like with the Beyond, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about it yet because we haven't seen that much. But what I'm seeing is it almost looks like they're just resurrecting what they had from 4th edition and porting it over to 5th edition. And be honest with you, I would be pretty happy with that. I'm thinking, no, it's 2017. Technology is advanced. They can probably do a little bit better. Obviously, you're laughing at the chat, aren't you? Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, was I laughing out loud? I was trying to be quiet.
Oh, no, totally out loud.
Yeah. It's totally cool. The Z team, maybe the C team. I don't even know what that's all about, but it's awesome. Be nice to Scott. We love Scott, man. He's like a big teddy bear.
Well, there's the 18. See, I'm not explaining the joke.
You missed it. We missed it. We missed the joke. Damn it, Nate. Yeah. No, we like to break Scott's chops a little bit, but he's good people's and he's a good friend of ours, and we would not be having him on the channel all the time.
And he has magic dice because he hasn't gotten killed 5 times so far that he should have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand how Scott does the things that Scott does. So.
And he's a little creepy with his Taroka deck now.
Well, I don't know so much about with the Taroka deck. I think it's just his character's just gone total creepy.
Oh yeah, we just played this weekend, guys. If you thought Scott has did some insane crazy stuff in the past, wait till you see what his character does in this latest session. Now I have to take a little responsibility because I may have inadvertently planted a seed. You know, I don't know if it's true or not. Oh, Nate wasn't there. He doesn't even know.
I don't even know. Put it up so I can watch it.
I love playing with Scott in the game because I just love I play a mini game in our game now, and it's like tweak Scott and see what crazy stuff you can get him to do. I have to antagonize his racism against dwarves in the game.
Well, that's easy since you play the dwarf.
Well, true.
The wizard dwarf, so that's too close to home.
Oh, nice. Voltaire's Wind, Voltaire's Wind. I was going to mention the Taroka deck. I feel like he really believes in it. He's making me believe.
Well, that's more along the lines of like he found a player prop that he's enjoying, and he can incorporate actually using it at the table to having it at the game. So, well, Golden King agrees with you, Dave, that dwarves are the best race.
They are. Oh, you know, Triple D is the best. I don't know if they're referring to my Triple D or the deck.
Dungeons, Dragons, and Decks.
Yeah. Let's see. Lex Key 81. I'm still struggling with importing the Genasi from the Player's Companion. I'm new to the hobby, so sometimes we just kind of overthink it. Like you can just either say they're always there, import ones there as you need them be, or you can make it like an event in your game. And we actually, with the Dragonborn in our game, we did both. Right? In my game, they were rare and they weren't in the world at all, but we had a couple players and we introduced those characters, and later it was turned into an event where we introduced the whole race.
So Peter wants to know if you finally killed the mayor. Do we let slip what happened, or do we make them watch the gameplay when you finally post it?
I definitely don't want to give any spoilers on this one. The only thing I will say, the mayor is safe. No, so here's the weird thing, and I'll peel back this layer a little bit. And the way Scott's brain works when it comes to the game is NPCs are different from PCs. They're like two different things, and
they're not really people.
yeah, NPCs just aren't people in his brain. Like when Ryan wasn't playing Lyndon Helmsworthy, Scott was instantly adversarial against him because he was an NPC, and in his mind, when the PC was ruling Gryffindor, it was the way it was supposed to be. And once he got supplanted by an NPC, even though it was the same character in the game, in his mind, it became something different. Which basically, like if you guys have been following that plot line, these videos are already out. That's the whole reason why Ted made him a doppelganger because of Scott, really.
Well, I mean that a little bit of insight into my planning. I didn't know what I wanted to do there, and I kind of went back and forth with that concept for a while. And once I started moving in one direction, Scott, without knowing what's going on, Scott then got even more crazed about it, and I'm like, all right, well, now I absolutely need to make sure this is that way.
We're getting trolled about Scott a little bit here. Good old gamer, what do you hope D&D 6th edition will be like? Hey, we had that video up somewhere, so you have to go check it out. Maybe D&D Beyond is the precursor to 6th edition.
D&D 6th edition will be VR, and you'll have to beg them to print physical books. That's the way.
Oh, yeah, it'll be the opposite. Like, you'll only be able to get it digitally.
Yeah, into your brain.
Yeah. You're actually probably going to have a surgical implant for the jack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And then you actually become the property of Wizards of the Coast and thereby Hasbro.
I don't know, man. Getting elective surgery just to play a game, I think that's. I don't think we're quite there yet.
I don't think you're committed.
I agree. I'm shaking my head here, Ted.
Well, you know what? Truth of the matter is, all right. You know, I'm a little off base. Let's face it. Wi-Fi, you don't really need to be jacked in. They could probably inject a chip right into you that can Bluetooth connect to the internet, and they don't even need to plug you in. I mean, that's like plugging in is really like old school cyberpunk. We're way beyond that.
Yeah, what do you think? This is Shadowrun?
Yeah. Well, yeah, even Shadowrun is updated to where they don't jack in Matrix style anymore.
Well, Scott says that it wouldn't be elective. It would just have to be done.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when you're really hardcore gamer, do you really have to? Do you have a real choice to play or not to play? Really, when it comes to it?
It's do you play the old edition or do you play the new edition?
But going forward as a parent, you'll be able to have your kid injected right out of the womb. It's like, they do it right before they circumcise them or whatever. Same time.
Beyond.
Matt agrees that there's no choice in it.
Yeah.
Identify as a shifter, thank you. What are you laughing at, Ted?
Oh, the shifter comment.
Yeah.
Kyle Bogdan.
So Kyle's a fairy. Okay, that's cool. I guess us dwarf lovers are beardies then. But that's okay. I'm all right at that. Oh, that's great. Staff writer Doug. Grognards will be living in underground societies, rolling dice and flipping through physical books. Like troglodytes. The modern-day troglodyte will be a Grognard with his D&D book and a set of actual physical dice. Scott Walker like Sex and Demolition Man. Lex K81. Will there be a final Unearthed Arcana book? Never. I honestly don't believe they're going to actually do an Unearthed Arcana book. I believe they're just going to test the stuff and implement it in other products. If you're waiting for one product with everything in it, I don't think you're going to get it. But I've been proven wrong before. Like, I never thought they were going to do an OGL for 5th edition, and they went beyond OGL and said, not only will we do an OGL, we'll let you use Forgotten Realms and our other properties. Because I've been wrong before. Ramrodriguez? Retowaski? I don't know. Guys, you need easier names. Come on, help me out here. Sounds like the Protoss Network with babies. Nice. What was that? Starcraft love. I have all these star things flowing through. Not Star Wars.
Not Stargate.
Not Stargate. Not Star Frontiers.
Golden King wants to know, think they'll do a 5.5. I don't think that there's a need for that. I don't think there's as many things wrong with 5th that they had with 3rd. Yeah,
I feel like there's more like in 5th edition, there's more like things that need a little bit of clarification, but it's not so much that it anything's broken. Like 3.5 they had to do because there was just rules that were broken. And 5th edition, I think, was playtested way better than any of the previous editions.
Well, yeah, the bounded accuracy really, I think, clamps down on a lot of power creep issues because, 3.5 and Pathfinder beyond that, it was just add pluses till you can't add pluses anymore.
Yes.
And that's just not a sustainable model.
So Anthony Luther, what would you think of an augmented reality D&D like Oculus Rift? Actually, I feel like when there is a 6th edition, it's going to be kind of like that. But at the same time, I'm like, a lot of the nerds I play with are kind of overweight and out of shape. Do they really need to be physically exerting themselves like that?
Instead of a gym membership.
Yeah. Like, so the level system and XP system will change due to your level of fitness. So that no one's having a heart attack. Instead of going into the dungeon, it'll be like, make it to the top of these steps.
You have passed commoner level 1.3.
Yeah.
When you're 20th level commoner, your first level hero. It'll be like the longest what's that called? When you like, oh yeah, now move around the hood and all that kind of stuff for PC games. The chapter in the PC game that's not really the prologue where you're just kind of goofing off and learning how to jump and stuff. It'll be that for like 20 levels of commoner.
So Scott Walker, do you guys think information will be shared with other players, or the ability to print out files like digital tools for 4th edition might make things more manageable at the table? Print out possibly, but I don't think there will be like share features. I'm definitely not trusting that.
Although that would be really cool, like if you could set up essentially profiles, and if you're linked together, the DM could be like, all right, I've got this loot, and if there was an interactive space, like the DM could hit the button, and it would be like a pile in front of those people, and you could divvy out whatever have you. I think that would be a really neat feature.
Sorry, I got a little distracted. I'm just making sure that I'm paranoid now that our stuff is going. So I was getting a little lag on the actual video playing while we talk, but silenced, and it was just spinning. I'm like, are we still live? Is this still going? We're good.
Is Ryan in the chat?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Get back to work, you slacker.
Hey, I can't really say that to Ryan because I'm at work too. So.
Oh, right. Well, yeah. So you're working. You didn't stop working.
Wow. I can't really be working and doing this at the same time. So
this is work.
Sneaking in with this on the back burner.
Do we really have 113 people watching?
That's what it says. Yeah.
Wow.
Who knew? The middle of the day during the week, that was the time for us to go live. Maybe it's just the content too. Like they wanted to know. They're like, maybe Nerdarchy knows something about D&D Beyond, and they get here and they're like, they tricked us. I don't know anything.
Do you want to toss that spoiler out there, Dave, that we talked about off camera?
Fuck yeah, I do. I don't know what it was though.
Oh, talking about doing more live broadcasts during the week.
Yeah, would you guys be down if we did some live broadcasts during the week? I'm thinking about doing just a noon live broadcast. These guys might not be able to pop on every day because they got things to do. But right now, I do have the ability to do it. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting some of the people that we've interacted with before that might be available at this time, and bring them on. Like maybe like Brian Stillman. He's always fun to talk to. Brian Feaster. It'd be cool if we could get him on here as well. Yeah, and I got some other people I'm thinking about on the back burner as well. But I think it might be fun, and some more D&D and nerd talk. We're getting some Yes More, Nerds at Noon, Yes More streams. So it seems like you guys are kind of into it. Maybe I've been thinking about doing like a weekly recap of the Scarlet Sisterhood game too. If I could get those guys on a stream, that might be fun. So I got some ideas. Now it's just a matter of implementing them and getting the rest of my current schedule to coincide. I like the idea of doing it at the same time every day, so you guys just know where to go and you don't have to think too hard about it. I know because our Saturday can be a little tough because we tend to jump around. I just have to figure out Tuesdays. Well, actually, Tuesday through Friday, around noon, I have stuff going on, but I'm wondering if I can adjust those times. Wednesdays and Fridays, me and Tim, not Tim, who's Tim? Me and Ted do our solo filming to get some videos in, and then Tuesday and Thursday, I just recently started studying Qigong and Tai Chi with a buddy of mine. So I got to figure out those things.
I'm good.
You're welcome. Who was that? Good old gamer. Thanks for recording Scarlet Sisterhood. It's my favorite run right now. It's a lot of fun for me too. It really is. It's like I started that game for a couple of different reasons. One is just the way our table has worked over the years. We have just not had a lot of female players in our games, and definitely not serious female players over the years. Not until we got Nicole at the table have we gotten like a serious gamer. And even still, like, her gaming style is more of a chuckle fuck game, but she's still a serious gamer. With this group, I'm getting 3 players that really want to role play and get into the characters and combat and stuff. I've seen some people give Sam a little bit of a hard time because she's still learning the rules. She's our newest player, and I said to that, I say back off. Everyone has to learn somewhere, and she's getting better. And she will continue to improve. But that game is a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a different perspective on the game. I feel like I'm monopolizing the airwaves here.
So Century Gun 84.
You actually run the game, so I've enjoyed watching it, and it's 2 of our writers, so that's really cool to have them kind of participating in another way.
Century Gun 84 is up for you doing the live broadcasts or us doing more live broadcasts, as long as it doesn't affect the number of videos that we put out. Yeah, he says that we already do quite a lot, and he'd hate to see us run out of things to talk about.
Almost 1,600 videos later, and we're still talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to run out of things to talk about. Like, I don't know. Do you ever get tired of nerding out with your friends and talking about gaming stuff? Do you ever not have something to talk about? And then I guess the other thing that might happen is we might start talking about other nerdy things too a little bit more. With the live chats, I feel like the live chat is more of an open format. Like the other night when we were getting ready to play Ted's game, we started in this long, heated Marvel discussion or superhero discussion, and someone at the table, I think it was Kurt, is like, "You guys should have the camera rolling. This would be perfect for Nerdarchy." Yeah, someone. Oh yeah, Dave Ross. Run out of stuff to talk about? Question mark! Exclamation mark! Question mark! Exclamation mark! Yeah, not likely.
Large Bud Gaming says impossible to run out of things to talk about. Just open the monster manual and go.
Yeah. Besides, you guys might not have noticed this, but I'm kind of a loudmouth and talk a lot, so I think I'll be all right.
Those who know me know that I can keep going for just about ever if you actually get me going on a topic. So,
well, what might happen is me and Ted might run out of things to say, and then Nate will actually finally get a chance to talk, and then he's just going to start, and it's going to just come out like a deluge and it won't stop.
The other thing is when we do these live broadcasts, we have the ability to reach out to the fan base and say, well, what do you guys want to hear about? What do you want us to talk about? And there you go. You guys can guide the content and whatever have you.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty crazy. Like we were saying, we shot a couple more GM 911s this weekend, and this week, I guess because we did a couple. And we've gotten better about reminding you guys where you can send them and stuff like that. But I think I'm still looking at 30 GM 911s that we haven't even touched yet. So a deluge came in. So as far as running out of things to say, not likely to happen all that soon.
If you're following the chat, there's some people talking about Nate stuff, and Alex Maxwell chimes in, all Sonics and Liches, bitches.
Right here all the time.
That's how he rolls. I'm envisioning a T-shirt for that, and it's maybe a Cadillac with the top down, with some Scions and some Liches in there.
Just having a good time.
Just having a good time
in their flying car. Yeah, I would like to talk about Patreon stuff at some point. Just to kind of talk about the ideas that I'm running on and get some feedback from people. That would be cool. So that could be an episode all on its own every week.
So Nerdarchy, live broadcast brings up several things that can turn into videos for more focused talk about on topics. Yeah, I agree. That's you guys are like a huge resource for more further videos for us as well. Sometimes there's things we want to talk about that we didn't even know we wanted to talk about until you guys say something. I mean, me and Ted did like 3 videos because someone left kind of a douchey comment, and and it like just sparked like tons of conversation.
You are laughing at the 88 caddy?
No, I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, it's 42 decoy says old school 88 caddy with a top down and a psionic lich behind the wheel.
There you go.
Yeah, the sonic lich. That's good stuff.
With a set of fuzzy brains hanging from the mirror.
There you go.
Maybe throw an illithid in there. I don't know. Top 10 foods at the table: Mountain Dew, Cheetos,
Pizza.
I wish there was a really nice taco place by our area. We could get some. Oh, well, there's Moe's, isn't there? That's pretty.
Yeah,
good.
Moe's is about 10ish minutes away.
Man, I can't eat tacos like that.
No.
No. Well, here's the problem. It's too expensive for me because I need to eat like 10 tacos.
Well, the burritos are pretty big.
Burrito might work, but if you're just talking tacos, like I can put away tacos.
My old work used to get a whole like setup for meetings, so they'd have like a whole buffet set up for it.
So should we look into whether Moe's does catering and get a session catered?
Well, they don't cater it. You kind of just like pick up the stuff that they drop it off.
Yeah, that's
might.
And I think it would have to be tiny since there's only like 6 or 7 of us at a time. Just so we can make like 50 tacos if we wanted to.
Listen, 10 tacos was if I was paying for it. If it's getting catered, I might eat like 20 tacos over the course of the night. I don't know. I'm kind of a fat guy, if you haven't noticed. Oh, we got Chipotle catering. Didn't they have like salmonella and all kinds of other stuff going on there? They're trying to kill us.
That happens sometimes.
Some people are like, I hope Nerdarchy doesn't run out of things to talk about. And other guys are like, well, maybe we can poison him and shut him the fuck up.
Scott Walker says Moe's catering comes with his own porta potty.
That reminds me of the meme. You ever see the meme where the side of the porta potty is all like melted out? And you're like, oh my God, what did you eat? Would be rad if you guys made a video focused on demon lords like Demogorgon and Orcus. I'm running out of the abyss again pretty soon. Who said that? Oh no,
it was Antoni Sabato.
Yeah, we actually do have a couple videos on that. Should I do a screen share and just play them right now? We can all watch together.
Yeah, we might get a copyright strike though. You know those guys. You know those guys.
What did we do? We did Yenagu?
Well, Voltaire's Win says salmonella adds flavor.
Oh, nice. Well, now that you put it that way.
I don't remember what exact Demon Lords we did videos on, but we did some of them.
Yeah. Zelane Meadows, what adventure pass would you like to see brought back or remade for 5e? Jesus Christ, guys, do you even watch our videos? like Ted's bought all the modules, and I've bought a couple myself. I literally have Storm King's Thunder, and I like shared a picture the other day. I'm like, look, I finally used a part of this module in one of my games, and it was a fucking table for pixie dust. So to answer your question, to us, I don't think it really matters because we'll just grab it, we'll cherry pick it. Chances that we're going to actually run the modules is very slim. Of the 4 of us, I think Ryan's the most inclined. And then me and Ted are probably the furthest away with definitely preferring to run homebrew stuff. I like looking at the books and cherry picking them.
I'm right there with you, but I think it comes from the fact that I've never been in a run adventure path. I've never sat and done anything more than a one shot with any of this stuff. I'm seriously looking forward to Tales of the Yawning Portal, and I want to play the Tome of Horrors and see about getting through that if it's at all possible with the current iteration they're in.
Well, I think I read somewhere is that they kept the lethality. I'm not sure how they did it. Now, let me ask you a question. You want to run it or you want to play it?
I want to play it.
See, that's the problem. Everybody at the table's going to play it.
Every deadly trap has a will-o-wisp next to it. That's how they keep the lethality.
We can make Scott run it, but he's going to make it even more deadly.
Oh.
He's going to like, this is a joke. Make a roll.
They've lived through worse things than this.
Make a roll. If you get a 15 or better, you live.
Because that's the hard part is if everybody wants to run it, or if everybody wants to play in it, somebody's got to run it. Now,
I'll run Tomb of Horrors. I'd do it. I haven't run anything for Nerdarchy really officially, so.
That's funny. Quith, are you guys running Tomb of Horrors in the new book coming out? I don't know. Maybe.
And then I figured, based on your comment off camera we made a while ago, Dave, we would be able to run some of the other stuff for players, on the actual, Google Hangouts.
Yeah, I feel like the problem with that is, like, generally we're going to run a session for fans or whatever, and it's going to be like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
A module is not 3 hours. The module is usually several sessions. So the only other thing is maybe if we did little mini campaign arcs with them and ran them for fans, that we could probably do something with that.
We also had talked about specifically running Tomb of Horrors, and it's like, all right, you can see, let's see how far this group gets, and play them. They probably won't be 3 hours. It'll be, all right, this group, be it 4 or 5 people. We might even open it up to some more, but you run until every single person is dead, and then the next time we run, whoever takes up the mantle has been given, okay, this is where we're picking up from, and the next group carries that forward.
Well, that's interesting. PB Zelos, currently in a campaign that mixes Pathfinder, Warhammer, and Dragonlance.
That hurts my head.
I know. Like, what exactly are you mixing? Are you like running like a Warhammer, Dragonlance mishmash setting with the Pathfinder rules, or what? But yeah, so we could definitely do something like that. I don't know how we want to do it. Like, so one of the things we definitely have tried to stay away from is making our Patreon rewards play games with Nerdarchy. Like, we give those guys an extra chance in our random games. And we've been trying to stay away from doing that. But maybe mini arcs, maybe a Patreon goal where when we hit that goal, we'll start running it and it'll be the random game, and we'll draw the same way we always have. That could be a possibility. Nate has talked about running games for you guys for hire, but that's a completely separate thing. Do you want to delve into that a little bit, Nate?
Yeah. Excuse me. I was interested in gathering people's, what people want to do and who, kind of testing how many people I could get together for doing, year-long campaigns, 6-month campaigns, a few shorter story arcs that are 3 months apiece. And then I'm also considering doing one-shots just for people who just I don't have a good schedule, so I just want to hop into a 3 or 4 hour game and hang out and play. So looking to get that together next month is when I'd like to start it, because I'll be caught up with a lot of the Patreon reward stuff. I've been getting ahead of schedule is the plan. So that's when I'd like to start it, is in April. So I've got a few people I'm contacting. Anybody else who wants to email me about it can email at nerdarchy@gmail.com and just put in the title Gaming with Nate or Nate Game or something like that.
So it's going to be kind of a premium thing that you guys can get involved with. And Nate is actually going to be replacing his job. Part of replacing his job is going to be doing that. So keep in mind, when you guys work out the details and you see the price or whatever, what you're paying to do is feed Nate's children so he can game with you, essentially. It's like this. It's like the old Sally Struthers commercials. For a cup of coffee a day. Nate will have to wheel out all of his kids. Dress them in rags, Nate.
I'm
sit on their face.
Go out and play for an hour. Scuff up yourself.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be 5 coming up soon. So number 5 is going to be end of June, beginning of July. So
Yeah.
they're a lot of fun. And I'm looking to also get some games started with my 2 eldest boys. They're pretty obsessed with Minecraft, so I'm looking to kind of try and combine the system from Fantasy Flight for Star Wars with kind of like Minecraftian looking kind of world, because I think they'd really like that.
I highly recommend, Nate, you look into the No Thank You Evil.
That also looked like a good one, and since you played it and had such a good review about it, that might just be a good thing. I can just go in and just go with it, and rather than trying to figure out all the stuff with more complicated things.
Yeah, because it really is just a D6 mechanic that you have to work with. It scales from only 1 to 8. So obviously you can't roll a 7 or an 8 on a D6. So obviously you need to do things to have bonuses, or they won't succeed when you have things that are that high. But when you're dealing with young kids, if they're not ready to handle Dungeons and Dragons, No Thank You Evil is certainly a path to go in.
The comments are great.
Rags and bonnets.
Rags and bonnets from Matt Kessling. Was that 042 Decoy? Don't forget the sappy music. They're trying to help you out, Nate.
Yeah. That sounds like I could get a real good showing together.
I've actually played Tomb of Horrors for like the very beginning. Like someone even pointed out, because I said the part that I got to, and they're like, you made it through like the doorway. And that was like forever ago.
All right, you got to go straight, and then don't take the first right. You got to take the second right past the Sphere of Annihilation. Okay, I know you said right, but Sphere of Annihilation, where was it? I'll just go this way.
Keep dying in the Sphere of Annihilation. Although, I mean, when we played in Andrew Knapp's Meat Grinder, his what was it? A Planescape Meat Grinder. He had a hallway of Spheres of Annihilations combined with basically combined with treadmills that would shoot you into them.
That was good.
It was pretty good. It was
and
definitely a good throwback.
Someone did die from by exploring it, didn't they?
I believe so.
My monk survived all the way to the end. Thank you very much.
Did we get to an actual ending, or?
Well, all right. Well, we to the end of the play session when he stopped playing. I was there from the beginning through to the end. Did not die.
Oh yeah. Although the next monster was designed to kill everybody.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun if you're into that sort of thing. I know some people get kind of pissy about it.
I mean, if you go in knowing that, all right, this is designed to be super lethal, chances are stacked against you, you're gonna die. Then that's part of the theme. That's designed to do that. Go for it. Have fun with it. And when your character dies, all right, no big deal. You know, it's not a character that you're like, oh, I'm going to spend 3 hours making up this, rich backstory and this and that and the other thing. No, you make a character that is spec'd out as best as possible. You go in, you see how long you can survive, and yay, whatever.
Brian Fennell, Paranoia, everyone dies. Did you guys die in Paranoia?
No, I think when I played Paranoia, I think my character survived as well.
Ted is just badass at role-playing games. He just wins.
that has certainly spelled my doom for the next time.
You're like, I'm totally done now. Screw you, Dave. Someone had asked what to start with. The beginner's box is a pretty good place to start. Although it is it is rather lethal from my understanding. But it has everything you need to start the game. So that part is very good.
Large Bud Gaming, if you're playing with kids, how do you describe combat? You just knock the bad guy on his noggin really hard. And he's joking, but I know with my kids, what I'm going to do is Minecraft, the things just disappear in a puff of smoke and pixels, and then you have whatever they dropped. So I'm going to just describe it exactly like that.
Blood and gore.
Door guy says, "Hey Ted, I got this game called Call of Cthulhu. Want to try to survive?"
I actually lived and killed a god in that game when on the what was it? No, what's the map? The game board one is
That's
that
Arkham Horror.
Arkham Horror, which is Cthulian.
There is a the LARP company that I actually used to play with, years and years ago. They actually have a handful of different other themes besides just typical fantasy, and one of them was a more horror murder mystery type situation, and we did one that was kind of Call of Cthulhu-esque, and I did not survive that. So doing a Call of Cthulhu RPG, no thanks. Nate just described how bears drop 5 gold.
Yeah, whenever you figured, they've got treasure and you roll it and you're like, oh, money. How does this bear have money? Poof.
In his pockets.
Years ago, I think with Nate and a friend of ours, Chris, we were talking about trying to make our own video game. This is well before Nerdarchy, and we had talked about that exact situation where why do these random monsters who have no ability to hold or use treasure or whatever have you, why do they drop random things? So we had this situation where the gods were involved in everything that happened to go on in the mortal world, and when a conflict would actually arise, they would gamble on the outcome, and whoever actually wound up losing, a portion of what they put up in the bet would actually fall to the victor, and thus that's where the random spoils would come from.
So Eridas had asked what our favorite 5th edition adventure has been.
Well,
it's got to be Sky King's Thunder.
Sky King's Thunder, absolutely. That's my vote too.
I liked Scott's game. That was really fun.
Oh no, he wanted to know 5th edition module adventure.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't read it. I just assumed adventure, like we're going on an adventure. So. No.
Yeah. No, that's all right. I was being facetious anyway. I
like the Scott Garibay module.
Yeah.
You mean the one that's coming out for Tabletop Day?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. We should mention that too.
The thing I didn't even know about until he posted it in Facebook.
And staff writer Doug, who's been, I believe, is taking a really big part in that, is in the comments section, or in the chat as well. I'm really excited. They've got like 5 or 6 people working on this. They've got artists bringing in art. It's going to be amazing. I'm convinced.
It's going to be so amazing. We should probably sell it instead of giving it away. But like, can it only be free on Tabletop Day and then we can sell it later?
Well, Nerdarchy is like, you guys are doing a great job, but you're breaking our hearts with this free stuff. It's like you murdered our puppy. Doug, in the chat, can you tell us who all is involved in that? It's going to be cool. I think we need to run that at some point for at our table or fans or something.
That's right. The first one is free, Doug.
You got to get them hooked. Only the left hooves. Cavi Tico.
I'm talking about zebras running around without feet.
Oh. That's madness, I tell you. Yeah, so that's going to be cool. It'd be cool if they start doing more of that stuff, too. I don't know what those guys do over there. They just pump out stuff day after day. They're amazing.
Matt Kesling says he draws a hell of a good stick figure if you need an artist.
All right, Scott, Nigel, and then Megan from the Sisterhood.
Oh, cool.
And Doug. Plus whatever artist they've managed to wrangle up so far.
I know I've heard Ted talk about the chat over the writer chat, because they got the Facebook writer chat. And they're just lucky. They don't know how lucky they are that Mike Gould is not in that chat with them, because that mofo can type some stuff. Like every one of his comments on our videos is an article, and definitely worth reading. Him and Boris Stremlin both. They always have the best stuff. No, we appreciate that, Doug. We're just messing around. I think it's great what you guys are doing over there for the Nerdarchy fans. I can't express how much we appreciate our writers and the fact that the website has gotten to the point and has grown where it kind of just runs itself anymore.
It is fantastic to be at that point.
Yeah, and by run itself, it means we're not doing anything with it. It's all, Ty Johnston managing it, and then all the writers taking care of it. So,
ooh, it's for 8th level characters too.
Woohoo! We've actually got some new information.
Yeah. Someone's go. Let's see. Century Gun 84 is going to bed in Australia. Night night.
Sweet dreams, guys.
Alexander Maxwell, make them pay. Lich domain free.
Do you want to live forever? Oh, yes. Actually, I would. Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
We're down to 97 people viewing. We're gonna have to leave soon.
Oh, it was drop below 100. That was the.
Yeah, we were like almost to 120ish. That's not bad for a kind of impromptu thing.
Well, it's been over an hour, so.
Yeah.
I know Ted was itching to say it.
Oh, we got a tremendously important question. Especially, I'm kind of a fat guy.
What should Renee have for dinner?
Yeah, see that's exactly it. Decisions.
All right,
Small,
so do we all weigh in?
I'm feeling like a hamburger.
You're feeling like a hamburger?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards a meatball sandwich with cheese.
For some reason, I think we're having stromboli for tonight.
Oh, stromboli sounds awesome.
Forget the hamburger, stromboli.
So there's a caterer. There's someone that's starting up a catering thing around here, and they're giving out samples. So my wife is going to go shake them down. I was like, don't forget to tell him your husband runs a small business and might need some catering in the near future. Which is true, because we keep threatening you guys with the Nerdarchy. It's going to happen.
As long as it's not snowing in June sometime with the weird weather.
Yeah, that would... Well, we could do it anyway.
42 Decoy had Popeyes for lunch.
I guess someone else wants strombolis too, because they're coming to Dave's. Although you don't actually want to come from where I'm shooting from. It's kind of chilly down here. I can only imagine it's going to be really fun over the next couple of days. I'm actually trying to get all of our videos done and up in case I lose power from the blizzard. Watch, it's going to be like 3 snowflakes.
I think we've passed the point that we're not getting snow. Although it's amusing. I spoke to my wife earlier today, and they've already called it for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting a call for the kids. Be like, yep, no school tomorrow.
Oh, so Renee Henkel is from he's from Denmark and wants to know what stromboli is.
All right, it's a magical thing.
It's like if you take a pizza and don't really put the sauce on it so much, and you take that pizza and just kind of like keep rolling it on itself. That's basically what is stromboli, and generally you put like meat and vegetables in there.
So what you're saying is pizza is a sauceless pizza burrito.
Yeah, kind of.
And yeah, the dough is all on the outside. It's not like a spiral. It's not like it's the pizza rolled up, and then all the goodness is inside.
Next level 88. Yeah, we're like 20 minutes across the bridge or whatnot.
Here, I'm gonna help our man out because he's in Denmark. Here, it only seems like the fair thing to do. So, in case you're wondering what stromboli is, they come in different varieties, and here's a bunch of them.
Oh man, wow. Now I really want a stromboli now.
Now I'm getting hungry. See, look, Nerdarchy can be educational as well as whatever else it is that we do.
Oh, calzone usually has regatta cheese and a few other cheeses in it, and it's just cheese.
Yeah, and usually has the sauces on.
And sometimes they fry it, like a smaller one, they'll fry.
And the sauce is on the side.
Yeah.
Actually, and then there's panzerottis, which are a little bit different, and they're much smaller, and they're actually from New Jersey. The patent is held here. There's an Italian and it's actually local to us, and those are definitely deep fried, and they're amazing. And you used to be able to get them for like $2-3 a pop, and which is good because again, I'm a fat guy and I can eat like 3 of them easy.
Fraginator 1369 says that was a dick move, Dave.
I was just trying to help you guys out, man. I'm just trying to drop a little knowledge across the sea.
So the mostly RPG related gaming content has now been supplanted with we're going to talk about food.
Well, someone brought it up.
It started with Moe's It started with Moe's Catering earlier, and it just now taking it over.
Which is why we're down to 84 people.
Yeah. You're like, that's enough.
No, people had to go to bed and stuff,
Yeah, we've been going on for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, so it's probably about time for us to call it, especially if we have Foodarchy, especially if we think we're gonna, if we think we're going to do this thing on a regular basis. We're going to probably have to come up with some kind of conformation or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But guys, thanks for hanging out with us. As always, we appreciate you guys, and we enjoy this time we get to spend with you guys in the live chat. So until next time, stay nerdy.